Hello to all of you watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV. Thank you so much for tuning into Game 2 of our weekend doubleheader between the SFU Clan and the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. As you can see, warm-ups are happening right now here in the West Gym as we're just a couple of minutes from the start of the final Clan varsity game of 2014. To recap, yesterday in Game 1 of the doubleheader, SFU fell 74-61 to the Toros as the team struggled offensively, especially in the second half of play. SFU fell victim to the Toros' aggressive style play, and head coach Bruce Langford said their opponent outworked them during the game. With more analysis of yesterday's game and to get you set for today's action, we'll throw it down to our play-by-play commentator, Howard Sumura. Howard?
And Gabe, thanks so much for that, and welcome everybody back to the West Gym for the second game of the two-game set here between Simon Fraser Clan and the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. A very physical contest yesterday, and the thoughts of Simon Fraser head coach Bruce Langford. This Cal State team really outworked Simon Fraser, and it's a challenge for this Clan team to go out in 2014, and that means a high work ethic. We'll see how much the Clan are willing to work, especially in the paint, on the glass, contesting for loose balls and all that kind of stuff. It's going to play a really big role here tonight. Yesterday's game featuring Erin Chambers leading the way in scoring, as she normally does. Erin, another solid game for the Clan, 22 points, but it had to come on 9 of 20 shooting, including 1 of 7 from beyond the arc. So from an efficiency standpoint, not Erin Chambers' best game, and she's such a competitor. You know she's going to come back strong with that. We're going to watch a couple key players from Cal State today, and that's going to be Brianne Garcia, the point guard, who had a great game, 16 points yesterday. Also Monet Lee, swing forward, swing guard, who had a terrific game and really, I think, played bigger than her stature on the court yesterday. 16 points for her as well. So some of the keys to watch, and we'll see how the Clan do today. Gabe, we're going to throw it back to you, and I will join you for the opening tip and the starting lineups.
Thanks, Howard. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll have all the exciting basketball action live from the West Gym for you in just a few moments, so stay with us. You're watching SFU Women's Basketball on Clan TV.
today's game between the visiting California State Dominguez Hills Toros and your Simon Fraser University Clan. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we do ask that you please rise as we join Megan Downing for the singing of the American and Canadian national anthems. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to meet today's starting lineups, beginning with California State University, Dominguez Hills. Starting line, number 10, Rihanna Garcia.
Welcome back, everyone. The anthems are done and we're ready for game 2 of the doubleheader between your SFU Clan and the Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros. We'll now send it down to Howard with the call of the game.
And Gabe, thanks so much for that, and thrilled to be with you here, basketball fans. We're late in December and still playing some non-conference basketball here at the West Gym Simon Fraser University. Of course, the second game, as Gabe mentioned, of this two-game weekend set between Cal State Dominguez Hills. The campus located about 20 minutes outside of the University of Southern California. Nice trip for the Toros up here as they arrived on Thursday, and they're looking for the two-game sweep of the Simon Fraser Clan. They just introduced the start. We'll get to those in a second. Simon Fraser, it's answer back time for the ladies from Burnaby Mountain. Really, this game a bridge to the start of the GNAC season, the resumption of GNAC play on New Year's Day right here at the West Gym against Montana State. And want to make a statement, want to make up for yesterday's loss. Clearly, there wasn't much debate about the fact the Simon Fraser team got outworked by Cal State Dominguez Hills, and really they want to make sure they come out with a strong effort and finish 2014 on a winning note. So the Clan now coming out onto the floor, set to meet the Toros from California. Aaron Chambers, Meg Wilson, Rachel Fradgley, Ellen Kett, and Katie Lowen, the starters again for the Simon Fraser Clan. For the Toros, Brianne Garcia, the point guard, is wearing number 10 today instead of number 1. She is in number 10 today. Taylor Champion as well, who came off the bench yesterday in place of Julia Pecksteiner, who suffered a knee injury yesterday. So change in the starting lineup there. And they are working through some clock issues here. They're ready to go. There's the distinct odor of paint in this building today, which is really strong. And I think the crew here at Simon Fraser thought nothing was happening in the university. They might have started painting, and clearly the fumes in the building here today, but they'll be able to get through this game just fine. Some of the other Cal State starters: Monet Lee, number 15. Ashante Sweezer, number 5. We mentioned Garcia. And these clock problems are going to actually force us to take a bit of a breather here from the game. So both coaches, Bruce Langford for Simon Fraser and Molly Goodenbauer for Cal State Dominguez Hills, just chatting with their players on the sides here. We mentioned Simon Fraser, and it's really interesting to note that this team, used to the laxer rules perhaps in the past in the NAIA and the really no rules in the CIS in terms of practicing and playing, NCAA mandated 2-week non-practice time for the Simon Fraser Clan means that after today they will see very little of the court in terms of practice time in advance of their game against Montana State Billings, the conference opener Thursday, January the 1st, right here at the West Gym. That game starting at 7 o'clock. Players are out on the court, so we're just going to hang and wait and see what happens. Good to see the crowd here today, including a small group of supporters from Cal State Dominguez Hills. Look at some of the stats from yesterday's game. We mentioned Brianne Garcia wearing 10 today for Cal State Dominguez Hills. A superb game from the point guard spot, 16 points. As well, Monet Lee was 16 points, and Taylor Champion, who came off the bench to score 12. Sure. You can mention that Simon Fraser Clan Athletic Director Milt Richards in the building today watching his team. He's got some other things on his mind as well. Their life of a university athletic director, having to find another football coach with the resignation of Jacques Chapdelaine here earlier this week on campus at Simon Fraser. So that will be some news in the new year. Who will be leading the Simon Fraser Clan football team? But basketball certainly will be front and center when we get back to you in the new year. The Clan men also opening the GNAC season on January the 1st. They will be in Alaska for their 2-game swing Thursday and Saturday against both Anchorage and Fairbanks. The Simon Fraser women opening against Montana State Billings, as we mentioned, on January the 1st. Seattle Pacific in on the 3rd, the Saturday. And that will start the main portion of the GNAC schedule. Of course, traditionally, they play one game against their travel partners and their top rivals, the Western Washington Vikings. And they play that one early, and that was the game that was played 2 Saturdays ago. Of course, exciting for Simon Fraser on that night, unveiling the number 4 banner for Terry Fox on that night. You can see it hanging in the gym here today, the number 4 saluting the courageous spirit of the school's most famous alumnus, Terry Fox, the Port Coquitlam native who actually played 1 year on the junior varsity team before cancer would claim part of his leg. And of course, we all know about the Marathon of Hope and all the great things that have happened in terms of cancer research and fundraising awareness because of Mr. Terry Fox. So that number 4, so appropriate to hang in a place of prominence from the rafters here in the West Gym. I think we're going to take a short break here. I'll just tell my producer engineer Gabriel Lynn we'll take a short break and be back. We are still experiencing some problems here, and we will be back to join you in just a few minutes. can't hear. I can hear you now. And everybody, welcome back to the West Gym. The brief interlude of Christmas music really appropriate here today on the 21st of December. And boy, I love that Jingle Bell Rock to see Erin Chambers going down the court the full 94 feet in time to the music. Getting contact, Erin makes them both, and she puts the Clan up here. So we're underway here at the West Gym. Howard Samura with you. Sorry about those difficulties on the court with the scoring equipment here at the minor officials table. It caused a bit of a brief delay to this game, but we're back to action here. Cal State Dominguez Hills in the wine-colored jersey. Simon Fraser in their home whites. Big keys to watch here. The effort to which the Clan defend, don't give up anything easy, and really try to stop dribble penetration. It's going to be huge in this game today. Cal State Dominguez Hills getting to the basket. 26 seconds in, and we're still looking to work out the hiccups here. I think we're all underway here as the Toros cross-court pass to Champion. Monet Lee, the pass down to Sweezer, back up top to Garcia. And there is a three ball that's going to side rim out. That was Rayford, number 14, Talia Rayford. Cal State Dominguez Hills, part of the California Collegiate Athletic Association. This team had played a couple of games before they came up here to face the Clan yesterday in the opener, which they won in decisive fashion. Clan now in the half court. Ellen Kett, the Australian native. Great little wraparound pass by Ellen, finding it fragilely underneath the basket for the layup. And it's a 3-0 lead here now for the Clan. I believe Chambers was one of two. I apologize. And with that basket, should be 3-0. They haven't changed the score on the scoreboard here. There is Lee going right to the basket. Monet Lee, and we talked about the power she brings to the game, and you see it right there. Scoreboard not working here in the building, but 3-2 Clan. We'll keep track of with crayon if we have to. That's and as we see as well, the clock is not working. We're stuck at 19:34. We're having fun right now. And that was Rayford with the layup. I'll do my best here. 3-2 is the score. We'll let everybody on the Clan TV network here know our clock is not working. The clock is not working here. So we'll continue and see what happens. Both the clock, the 30-second shot clock and the game clock not working here. I believe the score, and we're having fun here. The whole minor officials table is counting down, and Chambers beats the shot clock that came from the minor officials table. I love it. Nick Sersky of the Clan working feverishly behind the scenes to make sure we get this system up and running again, but some gremlins crept into this building last night, the West Gym, right before Christmas. They must have came in with the painters because they have invaded the minor officials table here, and feels like we're in an indoor version of Rucker Park perhaps here. We're just keeping track by paper. I'll have to try and get the score here in a second. Cal State, there's Lee driving again. Reversal, and she's going to make that go down. And Monet Lee again, another impressive basket. Chambers to Wilson. Slips right through her hands and goes to Sweezer. Very quickly to Rayford, number 14. She's going to give it off to Monet Lee, cross-court pass. Champion, she can hit that shot. She loves it. And Taylor Champion knocking down the three. 9-6 that will break a 6-6 deadlock. Here's Ket with a drive, and Ellen will get the roll, pulling her team to within 1 at 9-8. Apologies to those on our viewing audience as Garcia drives to the basket for the layup. 11-8 now the score for Cal State Dominguez Hills. 11-8 is the score. We're down in terms of clock and scoreboard here in the West Gym. Media timeout on the floor right now. So 11-8 is the score here for Cal State Dominguez Hills, and they've answered the bell solidly here. Always tough coming back the second time around. As we talked to the coaches yesterday, and Bruce Langford, the Simon Fraser head coach, saying, you know, the chances of different things happening on game 2 are very, very common. You this game and wonder how things are going to happen the next day. But Cal State Dominguez Hills, full value. They've come out strong. They're not resting on any laurels, and they're really pushing the pace here, especially in the half court. Bring you up to date on the stats in this game. 11-8 for Cal State right now. Leading the way for the Toros. 4 points from Monet Lee, 2 of 3 from the field. Both nice drives to the basket, including that one last reverse. Didn't even use the glass, and great basket for Lee. 3 points for Taylor Champion off her one made triple. 2 points as well for Brianne Garcia and Talia Rayford. For the Clan, 3 players have scored. Erin Chambers has 4. Erin knocking down a couple of free throws and one made basket there for her. 2 points as well for Fradgley off a nice layup underneath, and Ellen Ket as well with that drive on the baseline for Simon Fraser. So 11-8 the score, and I'm not even sure I can tell you how much in the half here, but 15:45 I'm told is the time remaining. I'll look on my box sheet next time as our stat man Zahid Vali Hassam points out. About 5 minutes into this basketball game, 11-8 Cal State. Simon showing a bit of a zone look here with Meg Wilson playing right on the drive against her. Kick back on top to Lee. Lee puts it on the floor and kicks it back to Rayford for 3. Talia will front rim out, but great effort underneath by number 22. And that's Jimenez. But the foul being called there against the Toros. So Simon Fraser dodging a bullet. They've actually turned the scoreboard and everything off. Nothing's even lit now. Elisa Homer, number 4, into the game for Simon Fraser. Great cut by Wilson. Unlucky not to get the layup, but Homer scoops up a loose ball, wants to kick it out. Nobody there, and Ket goes crashing into the Cal State bench. 11-8 our score. Garcia coming off the floor, and Kaylin Wilson, number 20, coming in. So it's Wilson, Jimenez, Champion, Lee, and Rayford on the floor right now, and that will be Taylor Champion. Wilson jumping in the passing lane, and Meg Wilson, ooh, and that is athlete on down the floor. Meg Wilson at 6'2" can really work her way down the floor, but she met her equal there. Nice job defensively by Beauchamp, number 20, also newly checked into this game, Samantha Beauchamp. Freshman post, but a foul being called against the Clan. That's going to go against Elisa Homer. So no scoring since coming out of that timeout. Still 11-8 the score for Cal State Dominguez. Champion for the 3, too strong off the back iron. She's already hit one from the baseline corner. Homer getting that loose ball, getting it to Ket in the half court, working off the Beauchamp screen. Cut. Chambers squared up. Tom uses the glass and knocks it down. 11-10 now the score. Clan trailing by 1. Wow, great move there, but it's not going to count. traveling the call there on Rayford as she drove to the basket, tried to split the double team, and actually did get to the basket, but called for steps. 14 minutes remaining here in this opening half of play. Chambers, Beauchamp, kicking back out to Erin. Erin thought about the three. She's going to drive right in Champion's face. She's going to knock down the medium-range jumper, and Erin with a great shot there is going to give her team the lead at 11-12. 12-11, check that. And the Clan now out in front. Great ball movement there, and Erin Chambers, a special player. Champion off the back iron. Cal State hoisting more threes than it did early yesterday, and see if they can get into a shooting groove. Team is a bit different when they don't have Garcia on the floor running the point. She's a bundle of energy. We love to watch the way she played yesterday. Here's Champion guarded by Chambers. Rayford. We're counting down the shot clock for Cal State. 3 on the shot clock. And that drive to the basket by Wilson is going to draw the contact, and I believe Beauchamp getting called for the foul there. Samantha Beauchamp, number 20, the Holy Cross grad from Surrey. So that will tie the game, I believe, at 12 now, the made free throw. 13:06 remaining here in the opening half of play. Certainly strange when you don't have a game clock and a shot clock as signposts during a basketball game, but I hope you'll stick with us on Clan TV here today as we bring you this broadcast. Everybody stepping up and everybody communicating here in the minor officials table now, and producer-engineer Gabe Lynn, check that, offering as much insight as he can as, for score and time. That is going to be a 13-12 lead now for Cal State. They reclaim the lead. Clan got to get across half court in a hurry here. They're going to throw that ball into Homer, and I believe Champion there is going to get called for the foul. So Taylor Champion, the Clan inbounding their side of Cal State side of very quickly to Alicia Roberts, the York House grad Pepperdine transfer, now into the game. Here's Erin squaring up from about 12 feet and dropping the nice little jump shot there. And that would make it 14-13 for Simon Fraser. I'm sorry if I'm slow getting the score out to you, but I'm keeping a ledger myself here at courtside. 12:30 left in this opening half of play here. And there she is. That hesitation dribble almost gets Garcia the great basket. Unable to finish. Here's Chambers dishing at the end to Roberts. By Alicia to hand off to Meg Wilson there, but we just couldn't get it to fall. And here's Chambers for 3. Wilson with a great rebound, turnaround effort. Looked like some contact there, but no call, and the Toros survive unscathed. Cal State trailing, and Champion puts up an NBA 3, and I don't exaggerate at all. She was very, very far from the basket there, and that's going to make it 16-14 for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Simon now in the half court again. Roberts directing traffic to Wilson above the three-point line. The lob in to Chambers, gets a quick double team, but passes to a cutting Wilson, and Meg will lay the ball up and in. And that's a compliment to what Erin Chambers, in terms of her value on the basketball court and how much she's respected by the opposition. A quick double team, and really just coming hard off that screen was Wilson for the layup. That will knot the score at 16. Dropping the triple though is Champion. She is on fire. Taylor has 3 triples in this game already. And Cal State up 19-16 as we near the midway mark of this opening half of play. Loose ball on the floor, and Homer, great effort to get down there. Jump ball being called. And the alternating possession is going to give the Toros possession. Timeout on the floor here. That will be 10:50 remaining, and I hope you're sticking with us here on Clan TV. I want to give a big shout out to all the crew, especially today as we cope with some issues regarding the score clock, but I can let you know it's a huge team from Clan TV that helps put these productions on the air. Of course, we'll start off with our producer, director, engineer, Gabriel Lynn. Our executive producer is Steve Frost. Some of the others, and we'll get to the rest of them, we'll get to everybody over the course of this game. Our scoreboard operator today, Janet Yee. Our shot clock operator, Mr. Gorman Chan. In-game host, Stephen Keita. Our announcer, the guy with the pipe, James. And our DJ, Ryan Chilton, providing the tunes during the breaks. Some of the dedicated members of Clan TV who help us get our production on the air each and every game. And, of course, we will be back with you on New Year's Day. 7 o'clock tip-off here at the West Gym when the Montana State billing squad comes in. Yellow Jackets in town to resume the GNAC schedule with Simon Fraser and the women in action that night. The men will be beginning their Alaska road trip the same night, an 8:30 tip-off. I believe it's in Fairbanks to open that trip. And when the new year hits, when 2015 becomes official, the Clan will get back to GNAC play here at the West Gym. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. (19-16) the score as we get back to action here from the West Gym. Rayford to Garcia. She is so intuitive. Can she find a way to penetrate this zone look that the Clan are throwing at her now? She's going to try it from the baseline corner. Probing the defense on the baseline, getting good ball movement now. 7 on the shot clock. Jump shot's not going to go, but Rayford crashing the boards, gets the offensive rebound to Garcia. Back out to Talia Rayford. They're playing give and go, and this time it's Garcia right into the heart of the paint. Hoists up a shot. There's some contact, but no foul called, and Garcia sliding across the baseline. No blood, no foul. As we approach the midway mark at 10:13 remaining in this opening half play. Wilson helping to break that half-court pressure to Kett very quickly. Homer can't squeeze that ball from Kett. A bit overthrown there in the corner as Elisa Homer tried to chase it down, and turnover for the Clan here. 19-16 the score for Cal State. Monet Lee now checking into the game, number 15 for the Toros. Katie Lowen will do the same for the Clan at the next stoppage in play. Sweezer, number 5. Janae Gooden also on the floor, number 11. We just saw her with the ball in the far baseline corner. Here's Garcia, 7 on the shot clock. They're shouting it out from the officials table. Maybe you can hear that. Garcia into it out, and good solid defense. The Clan are finding ways, and we mentioned it as a big key off the top. Prevent that dribble penetration. This zone is doing it. The way that Cal State has countered that is with the young lady who's just checked back into the game, number 3 Taylor Champion. She's knocked down 3 triples already the first 10 minutes of this basketball game. As we mentioned, a 19-6 lead here for Cal State. If you've just joined us in the last few moments, the scoreboard and the shot clock non-operational here in the West Gym. There's Champion hoisting a 3, doesn't miss by much. Off the back iron, and Kett corrals the rebound. Kett and Lowen in the backcourt. Chambers drives baseline, kicks to Katie Lowen, back up top to Kett. Ooh, Ellen, the crossover move, loses the handle. Garcia behind the back, down the floor. She's going to pull up off the glass, can't get it to fall. Big rebound there by Rachel Fradgley, the freshman, doing a solid job to get her team back. Here's Wilson, bullet pass to Lowen, and that had some mustard on it. Fradgley, can't say enough about the hustle on that play, and 7 rebounds in yesterday's game, a quality effort, and Elisa Homer as well. Solid game boarding, so the Clan are going to have to step up that effort to even further today. As you see, Cal State is not resting on any laurels. They're not taking anything for granted from yesterday. Come out as strong as they did yesterday, and a real solid effort here early to lead 19-16. Clan, though, really in the early going, moving the ball well in the half court, finding ways to put up points in the paint. And I know this Cal State team is full of respect for number 3, Erin Chambers. You can see the respect she's getting when she takes her game from the guard spot into the post. She's drawing a big defensive back to action here at the West Gym. There's a skip pass from Rayford to Monet Lee. Turnaround bump. She plays the game physically and knocks down her check and turns around on the baseline and drops that short little jumper. Score 21-16, I believe, for Cal State Dominguez Hills. Battle down there with Champion and Fragile battling for that ball. 8:28 remaining here in the half, and Champion getting called for the foul there. Fragile winning that battle. The inbounds with 13 on the shot clock. Wilson, jump stop, kick back out to Aaron. Drive by Chambers, gonna go right to the glass, and Aaron gets the N1 opportunity. Great drive and great take to the basket by Chambers. 21-18 the score, and Chambers set to step up to the free throw line now. One of the best free throw shooters in women's basketball. I don't care what level you're playing at, it's Erin Chambers. She doesn't leave points on the floor. That 9 of 20 shooting performance for her yesterday, very uncharacteristic. Still getting to 20 points, got really hot late, but struggled early, and as we mentioned, 1 of 7 from beyond the arc yesterday. Great ball movement there by the Toros, and Sweezer is there to finish that off and draw the contact under. So one team answering another. 23-19 the score for Cal State right now. Ashante Sweezer, the 5'11 senior from Ventura College, a transfer from Marysville, California. And certainly greetings to everybody watching us from down south and supporters of the Toros as we bring you this broadcast here from the West Gym. Katie Lowen for the Clan to Erin Chambers. In the half court, Kett using the Chambers screen. Coming out to way beyond the three-point arc is Lowen. Back in Chambers' hands, and thought about using the screen from Meg Wilson. Doesn't. Great athletic play there by number 20 Wilson to get the block, Kaylin Wilson. And it's going to get the ball back to the Toros as they look to build on their 4-point lead here, 23. Here's Garcia trying to score down low. And boy, Katie Lowen takes the foul guarding her in the one-on-one. Garcia's going to get a chance to shoot some free throws. We've got a media timeout right now. It looks like we're not going to get our clock operational. I'm being told by the technical crew in the gym that they're hoping at going, but unsuccessful thus far. The game here today, as we mentioned, the final one of 2014, and great to see Simon Fraser head coach Bruce Langford walking onto the court with Cal State Dominguez Hills head coach Molly Goodenbauer before the game. The two talking hoops. Obviously had a chance to talk to some of the coaches on the Cal State team before the game, and great to hear them reflect about their fun time in Vancouver. The team arrived in Vancouver on Thursday. Got right into the midst of the holiday experience. From what I understand, the Toros had a chance to do the touristy things here in the Lower Mainland area of British Columbia. They had a visit out to North Vancouver in the home of the World Pilano Suspension Bridge. They squeezed in some time to do a little bit of Christmas shopping as well, perhaps, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days in the greater Vancouver area. Coming out of the timeout, Garcia now stepping up to the free throw line. Garcia makes them both. I think that's the biggest lead of the game now at 6 points. 25-19 is the score here. I think our clock is actually, one of the clocks seems to be working. I'll get a confirmation from Gabe Lee, or I'm sorry, Gabe, from Gabe Lynn, our producer, as to whether we are going. There's a shot clock working at one end of the floor. 7 minutes remaining. But one scoreboard here in the building seems to be working. There is Garcia on the baseline. She takes some contact, fading away, hits a tough shot on the baseline there. 27-19, we've got a scoreboard working on one side of the gym, and that is nice to see. Clan, though, trailing by 8. The lights have come on, so to speak, but Ellen Kett is going to drop the triple there. Well, actually, they're going to rule that a 2. It was 27-19. It's 27-20. I think they're going to adjust that. Clearly was a triple. There's Garcia with the miss, but the great play underneath by Sweezer on the offensive glass. Second chance at the basket. Third chance for Champion. She can't score it. Boy, and Simon Fraser lucky to gaze there as Meg Wilson gets the rebound. 27-22, 6:05 remaining. Opening half a play. There's Homer with the miss from 3. Monet Lee with the big rebound there. And the shot there by Garcia doesn't fall as we had suspected. It was a 3 by Kett. So 27-22. It's a 5-point Cal State lead. Kett to Chambers. Tough defense being played there by Wilson, number 20. And that three-pointer by Lowen is going to rim in the cylinder and come right back out. Unfortunate for Katie. Doesn't go down. A timeout on the floor. As we said, we've got one scoreboard working at one end of the floor. The shot clock at the other end of the floor still not operational. As I was walking through behind the minor officials table, I actually tripped on one of the cords, and I think it was an Ethernet cord. So certainly hope I'm not the reason all this is happening here today. But a 5-point lead for the visitors. Simon Fraser certainly wanting to go out on 2014 on a high note. Have some good thoughts in mind as they prepare for the start of the GNAC season, but the bottom line is just to play hard and really yourself here today, because you're not going to get meaningful competition for a couple of weeks. I believe the Clan are going to hit an extended break period, get about 2 or 3 practices, and probably before their game against Montana State Billings on the 1st of January. So a nice introduction to the 2014 half of the 2014-15 campaign for the Clan, but the big stuff always comes in the second half of the season, 2015. And Simon Fraser, of course, loving that 1-0 record in the GNAC right now. As Kett battles for a rebound. This Toros team is 4-0 in the CSU-AA, so they have gotten off to a brilliant start in league play. Both teams nationally unranked, but both teams have been ranked nationally in the last few years, so 2 quality teams going at it here today in the West Gym. That's Rayford bringing the ball up against Alicia Roberts. Way off on the 3 ball there by Monet Lee. Kett with the rebound quickly to Roberts. Looking to find Fiona Beals coming down the floor, but a hand getting in the way, tipping that ball and giving possession back to the Toros. 27-22 the score here. Champion perhaps settling for that 3, but she was in a bit of a groove earlier. Why not? Here's Wilson off the break from Chambers, and the layup running the floor hard. And you need foot speed to keep up with Meg Wilson. She has an uncharacteristic skill set. She can go inside with her back to the basket and be a darn effective player, both passer, but when you want her to run the floor as well, she can finish the break very, very well. Here's another 3 from Champion that's not going, and Taylor Champion, a look of, well, it's not satisfaction as she comes up the floor. Not happy with a couple of misses in a row as she takes a seat. As well, Sweezer coming out of the game, number 5. Clan within a bucket. 27-24 the score right now with Aaron Chambers in command. Chambers driving into the paint. Hesitation on the turnaround move, and that is a sweet basket. Aaron Chambers, that is a repetition basket. She's worked on that shot so much. Just everybody buys the fake, and then she turns around and shoots it. But the answer is there from Rayford. Clan give up the 2 points immediately. It's 29 now to 26. So that 3-point cushion remaining for the Toros. Roberts to Chambers. There is Beals back up top to Alicia. Ket on the low block to Chambers. She turns around, draws the contact. Erin can't score it, but she's going to get to the free throw line. Another media timeout here at the West Gym. 3:12 remaining in the first half of play. Simon Fraser on a bit of a run, 29-26 they trail. Of course, the game even at the half yesterday, so and the Clan got off to a quick start in the second half yesterday, scoring the first 5 points of the game, but the physicality of Cal State really apparent, and nobody was dodging it from the Simon Fraser side yesterday. Clearly, head coach Bruce Langford just stating it plain, we got outworked, and they're trying to answer the bell here today. We've got some updated stats now. Simon Fraser leading points in the paint 20-12, and that's an indication of their effectiveness in the half court right now. Interesting though, the benches have scored a combined 2 points in this entire game. Go through here right now. The Clan shooting 58% from the field, 11 of 19, still trailing though. They cannot keep up in terms of a lot of other things that are, you know, the intangibles in this box score, because they're shooting 58%, but they're trailing by 3, and Cal State shooting 36%, 11 of 31 from the field. Leading the way for Cal State right now, Taylor Champion with 9, all of them on 3. She's from beyond the arc. Monet Lee and Brianne Garcia with 6 apiece. Chambers leading the way for the Clan. She's got 15 of the 26 points right now. Ellen Ket with 5, Meg Wilson with 4, and Rachel Fradgley with 2 points. There is Chambers making the free throw. 29-27. Clan within 2. 3:05 remaining. Underneath the basket, and they're able to score it off a nice dish down low, and that's Anandi Jimenez finishing down low for Cal State. Roberts driving baseline. Rayford, tenacious defense, so Roberts kicks it out to Wilson. The drive, the turnaround move, and Meg Wilson swishes the turnaround move. That is a beautiful shot. Just look at the artistry that Wilson and Chambers bring in the front court. Hitting tough shots in traffic. Nice basket. 31-29 remains a 2-point lead for the Toros. Entry down low, turnaround shot, equally beautiful. Textbook play in the post by Kaylin Wilson on the turnaround. Back out to 4 points with 2:11 remaining. Chambers has it stolen off the dribble there by Wilson. And Garcia very quickly driving on Beals, draws the contact and gets it to fall as she's going out of bounds. Perfect arc on that shot after the contact and the foul to Fiona Beals of the Clan. So Garcia getting a chance to complete the 3-point play, and their big baskets down the stretch drive here. A 6-point lead for the Toros, and Garcia trying to make it 7. Largest lead by the Toros has been 8. And there's Garcia making it 7, so the Toros on a bit of a run here as we get towards the end of the opening half of play. Solid play. They're not getting flustered by tough Simon Fraser baskets in the paint. They're coming right back down the floor with their own answer. It's up to the Clan to do the same here. Here's Chambers lobbing down to Wilson. There's some contact off that lob pass, and so Kaylin Wilson with the foul there on Meg Wilson, and Wilson makes the first free throw. And our greetings out to everybody in London, Ontario, and those who know Meg Wilson watching her today on Clan TV. A shout out from all of us here to all of you in London, Ontario, her hometown. And as we said on the broadcast yesterday, Meg Wilson, what an essential part of this Clan basketball team. Here's Champion, though, at the other end. That is a comprehensive attack from Cal State. The Toros here in the opening half. Champion not afraid of taking that three. She'd gone a little bit cold, but hits her fourth triple. She's 4 of 9 now from beyond the arc in the opening half of play. 39-31 with 1:10 remaining. Cal State finishing the first half strong. There's Wilson going for the steal. Champion, medium range, can't hit the mark, and the rebound there by Alicia Roberts. She'll dish out to Homer. Homer to Wilson, charging. Meg's going to go right to the basket. Tries the up and under move there in flight, and Wilson will foul her, number 20. So Meg Wilson again at the free throw line, and something that was lacking yesterday was the Clan's ability to get to the stripe on a regular basis. They're doing it a lot more proficiently here today. They're not leaving points on the floor either from the stripe. Meg hitting the first. Wilson's going to make them both, and cuts the deficit to 39-33. In effect, a two-possession game here. 6-point lead for the Toros with the ball. Champion up top to Garcia. Roberts guarding her. Rayford. Missed there by Garcia. Driving to the basket. Homer quickly to get it ball down the floor, and Beals is able to finish at the other end of the floor. Fiona Beals with her first two of the game with 20 seconds remaining. State will play for the final shot. There's about 0.5 of a second difference between game and shot clock right now. You can hear Molly Goodbar yelling, get out of the way. They're clearing out for Champion off a screen, and she's going to hoist it, and it's going to go off glass, and the shot is going to count. Champion has had an outstanding first half of play. She hits the big shot, and then she runs right off the court into the locker room. 42-35 is the score, and it's been a solid opening few minutes for the Clan. We're going to be set to be joined by our regular halftime guest, and it'll be Simon Fraser women's assistant coach Emily Wright. We'll alert the cameraman Jeremy that we're going to be doing the interview here in just a second. Emily, your thoughts on the opening half of play? This is a team that didn't rest on its laurels, the team that beat you yesterday. They came out strong and they challenged you guys.
Yeah, they came out and they're still attacking the basket really hard, going after offensive rebounds. We've done a little bit better job keeping them off the glass, but they're still getting to the lane and having to go and getting to go right-handed. We need to get them to their left side. We needed to keep the drive lines away from what they're trying to attack.
Yeah, and the message to the girls in the second, as you come up for the second half, is going to be what?
We need to contain them in the half court. We can't allow them to get into the lane and have easy buckets. So, yes, number 3 can shoot the 3 really well, but, other than that, people haven't really shown that they can shoot it at an effective percentage.
All right, Emily, thanks so much. All the best in the second half.
Thank you. That's
Emily Wright, Simon Fraser, assistant coach, and pointing out that dribble penetration issue. And yes, they can give up the shot. They'll take their chances on Champion from the outside, but they really have to work hard to get the stuff in terms of containing dribble penetration. 42-35 the score at the half. And they are still working on some issues here with the shot clock. I think it's just best if we take a break right now, and we'll join you for the start of the second half tip-off.
special to pause life, even if it's for a moment. The Keg Steakhouse and Bar. Great food, great conversations. We'll see you tonight.
Ready? Are we ready to up? Let's step right out here, Al. And Howard Samura back with you on Clan TV. Happy to join the Simon Fraser guard. Your thoughts on the game thus far and what you guys need to bring in the second half to come away with a win here today?
We're definitely turning the ball over way too much. Need to take care of that. Attacking the basket. We're getting after the rebounds a bit better than yesterday, which is good to see.
Your thoughts on your year and a bit here now with the Clan. How much have you loved being in Canada and loved being the top Burnaby Mountain here at SFU?
It's definitely a great culture, atmosphere. I really love it here. Everybody's really super nice, and yeah, I love it.
Anyone to say hi?
Hi, Mom and Dad. She's been waiting out for a while, so hi, Mom, and hi, Dad.
And where are we saying hi to?
Back in Melbourne, Australia.
Wow, that's terrific. And all the best to everybody watching in Melbourne. Ellen, thanks for joining us here as a guest. Thanks so much. Ellen Kidd, a guest with us here on the halftime show. We'll get to some of the stats in just a second, but thanks to Ellen Kidd for joining us here as a guest on the halftime show. The Cal State Dominguez Hills Toros leading this game 42-35. It's a 7-point lead at the half, and you heard the thoughts of Ellen as she as well bid hello to everybody watching in Melbourne. And with the time change there, I'm not even going to try and figure out what time it is there right now, but I'm glad they're joining us here on Clan TV and watching Ellen Kett, who has really emerged into that starting group and is playing some terrific basketball. She is a pure point guard and love the way that she gets her game going and gets the Clan going at the same time. One of the top recruits into the program last season. I know there was always an adjustment period when you join a new team, but coming to a new continent, let alone a new country. So Ellen Kett really emerging as one of the top players here in that Clan backcourt for Simon Fraser. Just looking at some of the halftime stats here, we can let you know the Clan shot 59% from the field, 13 of 22 in that opening half, but only one triple. Ellen Kett hitting that three. So 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. The Clan 8 of 9 from the free throw line, leading the way as usual. Aaron Chambers at the half, 6 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and 16 points for Chambers. So potential there for another terrific 40-minute effort for Aaron Chambers, who never left the floor. Played all 20 minutes in that opening half of play. As well, her running mate, her partner in crime, Meg Wilson, one of the other top forwards on the team, 3 of 7 from the field, 4 of 4 from the stripe, 5 rebounds, 10 points. The other double-figure scorer, Meg Wilson, the London, Ontario native, who also played all 20 minutes in the opening half of play. The other Clan scorers, Kett with 5 points. She played 15 minutes, and 2 points apiece for Fradley and Fiona Beals. And they will make up your 35 Clan points at the half. On the other side of the box score, Taylor Champion, 5 of 12 from the field, but 5 of 10, shooting 50% from beyond the arc. She started red hot, cooled off, and then came on strong with that buzzer-beating shot just before the half, hitting that big shot and then running off the court with the rest of her teammates. That's what you want to do. That's the way to do it for Taylor Champion, who came off the bench yesterday but has been a pretty regular starter with this group and is back in that starting group, can really hoist it, and her 15 points leading the way. Brianne Garcia, today wearing 10, not 1, has 9 points and 4 assists without a turnover in 17 minutes in play. As well, Monet Lee with 6 points, 4 points apiece for Kaylin Wilson and Talia Rayford, and 2 points apiece for Janae Gooden and Ashante Sweezer. So here we are set to begin the final second half of the 2014 calendar. Simon Fraser Clan, and the Clan looking to start strong here. They scored the first 5 yesterday of the second half and couldn't get a better look at the basket than that. Fradley with a feed off a lob pass, can't convert down low. So here come the Toros with Talia Rayford. Garcia very quickly guarded by number 1, Katie Lowen. Hard jump stop there, Fraser, but misses, but again, that second chance opportunity being there. Toros, who had 13 rebounds in the first half, not a super high number, but 6 of them off the offensive glass, so they're always going to be tilted in that way. That's Rayford driving to the glass and scoring the first basket of the half, 44-35. Lowen the lob down to Fragile. This time Rachel is not going to make a mistake. Rachel Fragile with the basket cuts it back to 7 points, 44-37. Certainly getting Fragile going will be just add another element to this Clan offense. They stayed in front of Garcia. They prevented the easy basket there and then fought hard to get a loose ball, and it's going to pay dividends as Katie Lowen goes right down the floor for the layup. 44-39, Clan cut it to 5 points about a minute and a half in to the second half of play. We're our thanks to Nick Sersky with the Clan. He's got all the electronics back. He's put the plugs back in the sockets and everything working here from a shot clock and scoreboard statistic-wise. Great turnaround shot there by Monet Lee. Unguarded for a brief moment at the elbow. She turns around and knocks down that shot. 46-39. Clan now looking to get those back. Chambers cutting, but no feed of the ball there. Top to Wilson, back to Ellen Kett. Kett with a big three, and she's not going to be able to knock that down. Lowen charging in there for the rebound. We're going to get a jump ball situation here, and the alternating possession is going to give the ball to the Toros. Checking back into the game now for Dominguez Hills will be Gooden. Garcia stepping out of the game. Howard Samura here with you courtside, Clan TV. If you're enjoying the broadcast in HD from the West Mountain. There is Champion again. No regard for where that three-point stripe is. She loves to hoist from distance. Can't get it to fall. Chambers quickly on the break. Aaron slows it up. Lob down low to Wilson. Bad angle, so she'll kick it to Kett for three. Ellen is not going to find the target there. And quick double team coming quickly. The Champion there on the rebound. But Rayford very quickly down the floor now for the Toros. Monet Lee off the back iron. Great job to rebound that basketball, though, by Kaylin Wilson. Recycle the shot clock. Another chance for the Toros to build on what is a 7-point lead 3 minutes into the second half of play. Lee trying to power pass. Kett kicks it back out on the baseline, dishing it nicely, but we get a whistle down there, and it's going to be Fragile. Oh, check that, Janae Gooden. Gooden, number 11 of the Toros, getting called for the foul there. So the Clan with a chance to cut it to 5. They will come down the floor here in the half court. Lowen leaving that ball exposed for a second, and Gooden gets a fingertip in there, knocks it free. So Katie will inbound the ball. Check that, Aaron Chambers will inbound with 19 on the shot clock. Nothing easy for the Clan here today. Fragile thought about it, drives instead, and Fragile, Rachel puts it on the deck, drives to the glass, and love to see that as Fragile scores her second basket of the game. She's got 6, and the Clan trail by 9. So Cal State now with the basketball. Hard-earned baskets for Simon Fraser. Nothing's come easy over this entire two-game series. Here's Wilson with a great block, a clean block. That's going to go off Kaylin Wilson, so the two Wilsons clashing there. Possession stays with the Toros, though. On the shot clock, so they're going to start getting it in gear here with Monet Lee, a cross-court pass to Champion, using the screen off Wilson there and taking the three that's going to go off the front rim. Fragile, the home run pass down the court, and Rachel will not get the roll. She's going to pursue that rebound right down to the floor. They are going to call a jump ball. And boy, no, that's Simon Fraser's ball. They didn't reset that from the last time. I do believe it's going to be Simon Fraser ball coming out of the break. Anyway, there's a timeout on the floor, and we'll get back to action in just a moment here, but a 5-point game right now. And to bring you up to date on some of the numbers here from the stat crew, Clan have come out in the second half and shot 42.9%. They're 3 of 7. Cal State Dominguez Hills 2 of 8 in the second half, 25%. So Cal State has shot under 40% the entire weekend, yet they're finding ways to keep ahead of the Clan. And yesterday they were doing it from the free throw line. Today they're doing it from beyond the arc. But whatever they need to do, they're resourceful enough to find the pulse of the game and kind of dictate it on their terms. And that's why they've got a 5-point lead here right now. 15:58 remaining in the contest. Clan coming out back on the floor. All their starters remaining intact. It's Lowen, Kett, Fragile, Wilson, and Chambers. And here's Aaron. The catch and shoot three is not going to fall for her. Aaron 0 for 2 on the game from beyond the arc. Fragile, though, off the window, can't get it to go. Chambers, offensive rebound. Rachel Fragile right in the middle of everything, and that's the way you learn. There she takes the lob, goes high off the window, can't get it to fall. But Fragile is getting offensive opportunities galore here in the second half, and it's up to her. The purpose she shows, she is a multi-skilled player, and we all know what Rachel Fragile is going to become here, one of the top inside presences with this Clan team. She's a bundle of talent for sure. There's Lee on the baseline, gets by Chambers and goes right to the basket. So Monet Lee makes it a 7-point game, 48-41 here. We're 5 minutes into the second half of play from the West Gym. Here's Wilson to Chambers. Aaron goes down low to Fragile, and this time they converge on Rachel, and she's unable to score it. Fragile's had a ton of chances, and the rebound, keying the transition, and that's the last person you want racing down the floor with the basketball, Brienne Garcia. And she's shown us all weekend the jets she has and the fearless nature with which she plays this game. Right down the floor for a 50-41 lead, 9 points, and there's some legs getting tangled up underneath the basket. It's Garcia at 5'2" against Wilson at 6'2". So Meg Wilson being called for the foul there. Those legs getting tangled up underneath the basket. Clan need to get stops, and boy, a couple of easy baskets for Christmas wouldn't be a bad wish right now, because Cal State is making them battle for everything. They're going to get a rebound and another chance here as Chambers charges down the court quickly to Fragile on the break, and Rachel misses the basket. Rachel Fragile a chance, and she's got a couple of baskets in this half. Bruce Langford very upset with the officials. Crowd getting a little upset. Bruce Langford calling the officials over. So Bruce Langford upset by the foul being called against Aaron Chambers, number 3, obviously, the top player for the Clan, and picking up a technical foul as well. See if the emotional outburst can get the Clan fired up, because they're trailing by 10, their biggest deficit of this basketball game. 14 minutes left, 51-41 the score. The Toros on top. Lee the handoff. Garcia. Wilson comes out to guard her. Ooh, and Meg Wilson getting called for a foul there. So the Clan being flummoxed in their attempts to gain any kind of momentum, really want to dig in their heels and So after the technical and the foul to Chambers, now a foul to Wilson as Lee inbounds the ball here. Monet quickly inbounds to Squeezer. Rayford now. Jimenez back to Rayford. Skip pass down low. Squeezer, solid defense there. Get big bodies in the paint. The Clan did just that, and they trigger some transition. There is a give to Wilson, and she will get the N1 opportunity. Motion there. Great feed from Aaron Chambers. And the foul going on Jimenez, number 22. Meg Wilson will step up to the free throw line. 51-43 and a chance at the three-point play here. At some point, the Clan have to start turning things around and put a run on against the Toros. That's going to have to start at the defensive end. Wilson completes the three-point play. They trail by 7. Can they stop this Cal State team, though? They have so many weapons. Players take turns getting on runs, and here's one player who's done it all weekend. Garcia driving and kicking to Jimenez. Head fake on the baseline. Short little jumper right over the rim to Chambers. Home run ball down the court quickly to Katie Lowen. 2-on-2. Lowen pulls up quickly to Kett for 3. Ellen wants it all, and she's going to get the roll. Ellen Kett in transition pulls up for the 3 and knocks it down. That 10-point lead has been carved down to 4. The N1 play by Wilson, the triple by Ellen Kett, and the Australian has pulled the Clan to within 4. Ton of time left here at 12:45, but the Clan have to get it done on defense, and that is an acrobatic play there by Garcia. Penetrates. Underhand shot off the window. Katie Lowen for 3. So the Clan get that back and more. It's a one possession. 53-50 is the score. And a great effort there as Katie Lowen knocks down her first triple of this game. Clan have not been a threat from beyond the arc in this game. If they get that going, as the rest of their foes in the GNAC know they can be awfully dangerous. Great block there by Chambers. Look clean. The Chambers is going to get called for the foul. Third foul of the game now on Chambers. Aaron coming over to talk to Bruce Langford, the head coach, very briefly. They'll want to keep Aaron as foul-free as they can as Rayford knocks down the free throw there. 55-50. She hits a couple, does Talia, and it's back to a 5-point lead here. Meg Wilson up top to Elisa Homer. They've got Aaron playing in the paint right now. They're going to lob it into Chambers. She's going to go up and get it rejected. Garcia so quickly up the floor. We used the word dervish in the newspaper this morning to describe her, and clearly she is. She is a master at changing speed and turning corners on the court. Ooh, there's a heavy hit, but no call. I cannot believe there was not a call there. Number 11, Janae Gooden knocked to the court. Chambers missing on the 3. Tip drill underneath, and Lee's going to win that one. Gooden quickly to Garcia. She's going to slow it up on the corner. Back up top to Champion for 3. Taylor, can't get it to go. And crashing in for the ball there against Chambers was Gooden. Timeout on the floor. That's immediate timeout. Janae Gooden was knocked right to the floor. Molly Goodenbauer extending her arms, wondering where the call was. That one was pretty clear, but some of the things we can let you know about happening here with Clan TV. For the latest news, stats, videos, and more, visit our website, athletics.sfu.ca, and you can also stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to use the hashtag NCAA, and that's hashtag NCAAEH, the Canadian flavor from the only international school in the NCAA, Simon Fraser. And that's where you've got us today, right here on Clan TV. In the new year, make sure you watch the Clan TV Sports Desk with Jade Richardson every Monday, and she gives you all your SFU athletics news, highlights, and more. And when we get going in the new year, as we mentioned throughout the course of the broadcast, the women are back in action right here in the West Gym. It's 7 o'clock January the 1st. It's the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets, followed by a January the 3rd visit by Seattle Pacific, also a 7 o'clock start. January the 1st, 8:30 p.m. at the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves as James Blake and company attempt to go 2-0 in the GNAC for the first time since entering the NCAA. Back to action here. Full shot clock for the Clan. Meg Wilson with the ball. Monet Lee and company bringing the defensive pressure. They get the steal right down the floor off the timeout, and the big end one. Homer fouls her, but she makes the basket, does Kaylin Wilson. And she comes up limping a bit. Some heavy contact there at the end of the play. But Wilson gets the chance for the end one, and that is a huge basket coming out of the timeout for the Toros. Simon Fraser made their big run. Put 6 real quick points on the board and were the owners of all the momentum, but this Cal State team is a fantastic basketball team, and certainly as Wilson hits the N1 opportunity, makes it a 58-50 lead, right back to 8 points here for the Clan. It shows you the margin for error is not very large here for the Clan the rest of the way if they want to pull up. Chambers dishing, Homer for 3. Just off for Elisa Fradgley, the weak side rebound to Roberts, up top to Homer. Play it to Lowen, who will feed it inside to Fradgley. Playing the angles there, and Rachel knocks down her 3rd basket of the second half. She's got 8 points for the Clan, and Rachel Fradgley is building that confidence. And really that face of hers remains blank when she scores or when she doesn't. And it's good to keep an even keel on the floor. She's getting some great opportunities, and fun to see that development take place on the court. But against a double team, Monet Lee is going to get called for the offensive foul there. She drove into the double team. So Clan basketball. Simon Fraser, the whole bench coming up and applauding that effort by Lee. But off the inbounds, there's a steal, and quite quickly, Dominguez Hills getting all the momentum back again. They're leading it by 6 with 10 minutes remaining. Reach the midway point of the second half here as Champion. Back up top to Rayford. He's using the Lee screen. Monet now for 3. Ooh, just misses, and the rebound there by Fradgley. Roberts to Chambers. Aaron cross-court pass to Lowen. Little head fake there by Katie. Fradgley's going to play give and go to Katie for the 3, and Lowen knocks down another 3. So Katie Lowen has come alive from distance in the second half. That is her 2nd triple. And once again, we're at a 1-possession game here, 9:26 remaining. The Clan, you can't celebrate anything, though. This team from Cal State Dominguez Hills has an answer for everything they've had all weekend, including that play by Brianne Garcia. Rachel Fradgley touches in this game than any games combined I've seen this season. She's getting touches galore. She hasn't left the floor in the second half of this basketball game, and she's coming of age here in this game. Great play off the transition. Ooh, near save by Alicia Roberts. And that ball is going to get turned over to Cal State Dominguez Hills. Measure that athleticism. When you see Rachel Fradgley run the floor, she reminds you an awful lot of the front court teammate of hers, Meg Wilson, who's on the court right now, number 15. And Fradgley brings the size and the wingspan, but she also brings that ability to blaze up the floor and keep that body control at the basket. Garcia is so quick. There's a turnaround effort there by Jimenez off the Garcia miss, and it's going to go 62-57 now the score. Chambers up top. Wilson lobbing down low, and ooh, it's Taylor Champion's fingertips that make the difference there. That pass targeted for Rachel Fradgley underneath the basket, and the way Fradgley's been playing, it looked like another 2 points headed the Clan's way. They keep possession, 21 on the shot clock. And shooting from 3, doesn't get it. Fradgley tips enough of that ball to get it to Homer, and the Clan get another chance. There's a entry down from Chambers, and I'll tell you what's impressing me about that play, the strength that Fraser has to keep her balance. After jousting inside with Champion, there was a push there, and Fraser kept her balance. Enough composure there to square herself for the basket, and a big one it is at 62-59. Here's Garcia. Lee, little head fake into the paint, jump stop, looking across the court, and they are willing baskets. They are finding ways to score, and Jimenez works hard to get off a screen there to get that ball and score it. 4-59, it's a battle here at the West Gym. Underneath, the contact to Lee underneath the basket is going to result in a foul. And Meg Wilson is going to get called for that foul. So we've got a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a 1-and-1 when we get back. 64-59 is the score for the Toros. SFU Clan merchandise. If you're looking for a nice Christmas present, we're having a winter wear sale right now. You can save over 30% on winter wear packages that include a hat, a hoodie, scarf, and mug, now for only $60. It'll be available today for the rest of the day at the basketball games here. So Clan merchandise, nice to wake up under the tree. And I saw a number of people there today at the merchandising stand purchasing their Clan gear. So great to see that. This webcast is available in HD on your YouTube channel. You can find the link at athletics.sfu.ca and through your social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We've let you know about a lot of the built-in features we have here with Clan TV, but also know there's some people behind Clan TV that we need to give a shout-out to. One of them is Charter Bus Lines, the official motor coach of SFU Athletics. Escape the ordinary, charter the extraordinary. Bus Lines of BC. Just some information for the coming year. In 2015, children under the age of 18, seniors over 55 can all attend home Clan varsity events for the low price of just $2. In addition, all SFU students are free when you show your student card at the box office. So back to main action now, and the Toros with Monet Lee hitting the front end of the 1-and-1. Lee's been one of the impressive players this weekend. We've got to know a little bit by watching her on the court. Strong and versatile and a real competitor. Monet Lee today 5 of 11 from the field, 0 of 2 from beyond the arc. And with this free throw, which she makes, she will have 12 points in this game. One of 3 double-digit scorers for the Toros. Clan very quickly down the floor. Lowen for 3. Katie knocks down the triple. Again, Lowen striking her 3rd 3 of the game, all in the second half. Katie Lowen shooting 50% from beyond the arc. She's 3 of 6 in this game, and she's got 11 points. One of 4 double-digit Clan scorers as the Clan pull to within 4 at 66-62. I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what the Clan do defensively. Cal State answers baskets consistently. That was a great effort there by Kaylin Wilson. We're back to 68-62. By Lowen up top to Fraser. It's going to go across the center line. And the over and back called as Wilson chases it down. This Cal State team doing a great job here on the road. Coming up here to play back-to-back games, and their coaching staff told me in their association, the California Collegiate Athletic Association, they actually play back-to-back games. GNAC plays Thursday, Saturday games. In the CCAA, they play Friday, Saturday games. So they're used to the back-to-backs, not necessarily against the same team, but this isn't taking them too far out of their comfort zone, and it shows. There's a drive to the basket there by the Toros. That's not going to fall, but again they recycle it. Rayford, who's got the ball, missed down low, but they were able to get the recycle. Here's Lee. Changes directions on Wilson. Bumps with Fraser down low, and Wilson getting that rebound. Meg Wilson, number 15 for the Clan. And there are a lot of bodies being thrown and hammered and fallen to the hardwood here at the West Gym. Certainly a physical battle in the Clan coming off of a 2-week exam break are getting acclimated to the pressures of getting right back into the swing of playing tough opponents here for sure. Here's Garcia guarded by Kett now back in the game. Wilson jumps the lane and on the floor, and Garcia's a speedster, but Meg, wow, that is great body control. I'll tell you that you watched Garcia run down the floor. She's 5'2". You watch Wilson, she's 6'2". And you like to say, hey, I wish I could run like I was 5'2". Meg Wilson can run like she's 5'2", and she's 6'2". Great to see the athleticism there as Wilson makes it a 4-point game. 68-64, the lob down low to Jimenez. She turns around and makes no mistake against Lowen as Wilson had fallen. And the mismatch there, Jimenez taking advantage of the height, scoring the basketball. There's Chambers. Aaron's not going to get too many easy ones, but there. Aaron Chambers with 2 more. Molly Goodenbauer stomping her heels here for the blown defensive assignment there. And wow, one-handed run over the shoulder by Talia Rayford. That is a tough basket. 6-point lead here for the Toros. Ellen Kett now for the Clan off the handoff from Chambers. Cross court to Lowen. Hoisting for 3, and Lowen won't get it at side rim out. And rebounded there to Wilson. Chambers for 3, and Aaron can't find the mark. Katie Lowen skies for the rebound. And Katie Lowen's not a big player either. Katie Lowen, she's listed as 5'6", a senior from Lethbridge, the Catholic Central High School grad. Skies for the rebound. Great effort by Katie Lowen, and the Clan keeping possession of the basketball.
Ball's coming to your player. Defense. Talia, switch with Janae.
Garcia coming out of the game. As Molly Goodenbauer said, Kai, the ball's coming to your player, and indeed Aaron Chambers gets the ball. Fradgley can't squeeze that in traffic. 2 players around her. It was Champion and Lee. And looks like Lee is getting called for the chop down low. So they're reacting to Fradgley's status as a go-to post girl here in this game, and she's getting a lot more attention, and the look she's gotten. Fradgley coming out of the game now. Homer back in. Smaller look for the Clan here. So you see Chambers play more in the post in this set with, and there is Aaron right into the paint. They're keeping 2 bodies around Aaron. They're ready to come and double at any minute. Here's Homer back up top to Aaron. Boy, there is no space out there. She uses the Wilson screen. It gets to the line, and Aaron Chambers lays it up and in. There was so little room to work with, but Aaron somehow navigates the paint and finds a way to get the layup. 72-68. Big hoop there for the Clan. It's a 4-point deficit, but looks like it's a foul at the other end of the floor. Aaron Chambers getting called for the foul there for the block. And that is Aaron's 4th foul of the game. But I'll tell you something, Aaron Chambers is not going to come out of this game. A 4-point game, she's going to play all 40. And throughout my career watching Aaron Chambers play, you see the ability she has to rein in that she has to when she gets to this kind of foul jeopardy. Still can be an incredibly effective player because she is so talented and so skilled. Here's Chambers right into the post. Kai Wilson really bodying her up on defense, but Chambers, is going to need a quick turnaround move. And Erin Wilson may have 4, but she's going to do her best to bring the foul count up on the other side. Wilson, a masterful job there. Had the player on her hip in the turnaround move, a little bit of a slight move up to draw the defender off her feet, and the foul committed. So Aaron, with 4 fouls, doing a great job of drawing physical contact at the other end of the floor. And 3:46 remaining. It is a 4-point basketball game, and the Clan keeping themselves right in this for a chance to pull out a victory. Chambers 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, leading all scorers in this game now with 20 points. She's also got 6 assists. She's played all 36 minutes of this basketball game. Terrific outing again for Aaron Chambers. As we mentioned, 4 Clan players in double figures. Meg Wilson shooting 50% from the field as well as 100% from the stripe, has 15 points in this basketball game. Rachel Fradgley for 12 points. So solid play, 12 points in 21 minutes for the pure freshman. Rachel Fradgley down low. Katie Lowen, as we mentioned, getting hot from the outside. 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. 11 points for her. On the other side of the ledger, 16 points for Brianne Garcia, 15 for Taylor Champion. Lee and 10 for Talia. So the 4 Toros in double figures. And we see all 4 of them out there right now. As Chambers goes through that ritual from 15. Rare miss for Aaron, though. Too strong off the back iron in a 4-point game, 72-68. Chambers, just enough right there to get a free throw to fall and make it a 1-possession game, 72-69. 3:41 remaining here as Rayford assesses the situation in the half court for the Toros. Little runner is going to go off the glass. Intuitive. Working that high screen with Lee, but Lee went the other way and she just took it herself right to the rim. 74-69. 5-point lead here as Lowen to Chambers. Aaron, quick turnaround move and a block there. Terrific play by Kai Wilson. So Wilson, drawing that tough defensive assignment on Chambers, responds with the block. 74-69, looking to push the lead beyond 5 points as the Toros, as Monet Lee drives into the paint, kicks to the corner. That was a wild pass to Wilson. And Wilson goes right into the stands and decides she's going to do up her shoelaces there, so officials will wait for her to finish tying up the sneaker. She has a little fun with Cedric. The Simon Fraser Ket now into the game. Great to see Ellen wishing all the best to her parents back in Australia as our halftime guest here. The Clan need to get some baskets, and that lob down low is going to be intercepted by Champion. It was meant for Chambers, and 2:30 remaining. This is clutch time for Simon Fraser. Wilson, I believe, with 3 fouls, Chambers with 4, and the team trailing by 5 with 2:21 left. Here's Garcia right to the basket. I wonder if there is a quicker player in the GNAC than Brianne Garcia, and having to guard her one-on-one is an absolute nightmare. Love to watch the small and courageous dominate games. Garcia, what a player. It's been a pleasure and an honor watching her play over the weekend for the Toros. What a fun player to watch. And I think I've become a bit of a Cal State Dominguez Hills watcher. I'm going to see how they do this year because this is a skilled basketball team and certainly great to have them up here this weekend. Here's Chambers back to the basket. Kick back out to Katie. Cross court to Ellen Ket. Lowen cutting to the basket into the forest of trees. Champion, I think, is going to get called for the foul just based on her reaction. No? I believe Wilson getting called for the foul. Kai Wilson, the LA native, getting called for the foul there off the great hard cut to the basket by Katie Lowen. So Wilson's going to come out of the game. Jimenez, number 22, in to spell her. So it's Jimenez, Champion, Lee, Rayford, and Garcia on the floor right now for the Toros. Lowen, as the Clan are missing some free throws here down the stretch that they really need. It's Lowen, Fradgley, Meg Wilson, Aaron Chambers, and Ellen Ket on the floor for the Clan. Katie making the second of 2. But it's all about stops here now in a 74-70 deficit. Clan's vastly superior to yesterday's, but they're still trailing on the scoreboard. Fragilely with a big block. Unfortunately, hands of Garcia. That's a tough break for the Clan. Fragilely with a nice block there. Right into the hands of the team quarterback, the team buzzsaw. Timeout here called at the West Gym with 1:32 remaining. We started out thanking so many of those behind the great effort by everyone here at Clan TV. We've got another bunch of names to let you know about. And so many do a great job in helping to bring Clan TV to you. Our official score sheet today being kept by Samir Danani. Superman Jeremy Gritton filling in as a cameraman today. Nick Sersky, the event manager we mentioned, helping us get up and running again today electronically with the scoreboards and shot clock. Jessica Smith, the Olympian, here helping out as an event assistant and ticket merchandising. Great to have her along as part of the Clan TV team. Zahid Vali Hassam on stats. Been handing me the box scores from start to finish at all Clan games, and great to have him aboard as well. And Ron Hole, if you go on SFU Athletics website and see the great art and photography for Simon Fraser University, all courtesy of Mr. Ron Hole. RonHolePhotography.com. He does a great job, and he's a great super fan of Simon Fraser Clan Athletics as well. So all part of that Clan TV team, and I hope you got that chance to read in the shameless plug department. I know Gabriel Lynn will give me a hard time later perhaps, but I've got to plug the Province newspaper, province.com. The province.com, I had a chance to today be featured on A1 of the Province newspaper, my annual section called The Difference Makers, and had a chance to talk to 5 very special high school student athletes. Who knows, some of them may end up here as students, athletes at Simon Fraser in the future, but you can read about them online at theprovincesports.com or pick up a copy of the paper and read about the great young people we have in our community. Back to the action here, 1:18 remaining and a turnover. Katie Lowen now with the ball for the Clan, 1:14 remaining. And the Clan trailing by 4 have a big chance here. There's Ket, the lob down low to Fradsley, gets the contact and makes the basket. Rachel Fradsley, that's a huge basket. Makes it a 74-72 game, and she's going to get a chance to shoot some shoot a free throw here for the N1 opportunity. Playing through the contact underneath, so impressive for Fradsley. Had to make herself available down low throughout this second half. Unfortunately off the back iron, but a huge basket, 74-72, and the Clan need to stop one up now. They're going to need one here. As we get under a minute remaining in a 2-point game. Toros with the lead and the ball. 15 on the shot clock for Garcia. Quick pass to Monet Lee on the baseline. Underneath, Fradsley is going to get called for the foul there. She didn't even move. She had her positioning on the baseline. Thought that was clean. I thought Fradsley had her position there on the baseline, but she's going to get called for the foul. And Jimenez with the chance to make it a 3-point game, and she does. And this next free throw for Jimenez, a big one. She can make it a 2-possession game with. It's a tough call on Fradsley down low after she had scored the big basket at the other end. So a 4-point game here. Some heel digging necessary for the Clan on defense, but first an opportunity to fix it with only 35 seconds left. Baseline, kick out, Fradsley high off the window, and Rachel with another basket. Fradsley a huge 6-74, and it's a terrific effort for the Clan here down the stretch. But a foul being called on one of the Clan players, either Fradsley or Wilson. So the player limping is Rayford. She gets up and she's struggling a bit. Fradsley will get called for the foul there, so her second in just a couple of seconds. Timeout on the floor called by the Clan, and when we get back, Rayford's going to shoot some free throws. If she can manage it, she's making a real determined effort. She should be okay. Molly Gutenbauer's team here with a 2-point lead, 22.4 seconds left. The Clan, a complete about-face from yesterday where they were out-competed, out-hustled, and out-physicaled in virtually every department on the floor. Today have come back strong, and although they've trailed for the majority of this game, they have worked found ways to stay in this basketball game. You ever want to say there's a coming out party for a player? I think today is the day you say Rachel Fradgley became a huge part of this Clan team, especially down in the low block where she is expected to grow into a team leader. I'm not worried about the makes as much. I mean, you want to win games, but just the fact that she's from a body language perspective, making herself available and wanting that ball and wanting the contact and the responsibility down low is a huge, huge thing to watch. So 1 of 2 there, and the Clan trailing by only 3. What can they do here as they try to claw their way to a tie? At least perhaps they can knock down a triple. 12 seconds remaining. There comes that triple, and it's not going to draw iron. 8 seconds left. Are they going to foul? They can't. Finally, Ket gets the champion. 3.8 seconds left, and that could do it. Taylor Champion with a chance to step up and make it a 2-possession game with just 3.8 seconds left. And the Clan came and they battled, but there is no questioning the skill level of this Cal State Dominguez Hills team. They are a good basketball team. Of course, coached by the former Stanford great, Molly Goodenbauer, with a 3-point lead, 3.8 seconds remaining. Clan strategizing as well. Here they come, the Clan, onto the floor with 3.8 seconds left, and Champion stepping up to the free throw line. It's been Chambers, it's been Wilson, and in the second half, some great three-point shooting from Katie Lowen, but Rachel Fradgley has made her presence felt, and that's a big free throw there by Champion. It's a 4-point game. Our final sporting event of the year here at Simon Fraser. Champion hits them both, and that will be it for the Clan. They will go down as Chambers hoists a 3 that will miss. 79-74 is our final score. We're going to await a final box score. But we can tell you Simon Fraser's effort, as you saw today here on Clan TV, vastly improved over yesterday. It was a great effort. And this team now heading into a bit of a break before hitting another practice surge before their GNAC opener. The Simon Fraser Clan ladies coming off of a 2-week break to play 2 games in 2 days against a very talented team, the Cal State University Dominguez Hills Toros from California. And we certainly enjoyed having them a part of everything here at Simon Fraser University. Hope we see them soon, and I hope that's the start of a cool little rivalry between these two schools. The Simon Fraser gave it everything they had today, unable to get the W and come out on the short end of a weekend sweep here at the West Gym. And now our quick wrap of the stats as we go through everything that happened here tonight. The Clan shooting 51.8% from the field en route to the loss. They shot 59% in the first half, 47% in the second half. Cal State Dominguez Hills shooting 43% from the field. And it's been a interesting 2-game weekend series. We can run through some of the numbers for you and let you know that Erin Chambers led all scorers, back-to-back 20-plus point performances for Erin, the Mission native. Today, 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. 21 points to lead all game. Erin also with 6 assists, played all 40 minutes, as she normally does, the Clan's team leader, but went 0 for 4 from the three-point stripe. Rachel Fradgley working her way into that second spot in the point parade for the Clan, 8 of 14 from the field. Great performance today from Fradgley, who had 16 points as well as 2 blocks in just 23 minutes of play. So Rachel Fradgley, real solid effort for the Simon Fraser Clan. Meg Wilson also in double figures. She shot 50% from the field. She hit all 5 of her free throws as well. 5 of 10 from the field, 5 of 5 from the stripe, 15 points and 7 rebounds, as well as 2 steals and 2 blocks. She played 38 of the 40 minutes for the Clan. As well, Katie Lowen, we mentioned that 3-point stroke getting red hot in the second half. Katie knocking down 3 triples in the second half. She'll finish with 12 points, 8 points for Ellen Kett, and 2 points for Fiona Beals. The Clan scoring just 2 points off its bench. It was outscored 19-2 in bench points here today, so a huge difference there in what the Toros were able to bring. Taylor Champion leading the Toros with 17 points. She hit 5 triples, and in 1 point of the game was red hot, was stroking to 3 with great proficiency. So Taylor Champion getting the start today after coming off the bench yesterday, 17 points in 36 minutes. Brianne Garcia, the dynamic point guard, 16 points and 5 assists, 33 minutes. The other double-figure scorers for Cal State Dominguez Hills, Talia Rayford, 13, and Monet Lee with 12. So, 2014 is now in the books for the Simon Fraser Clan. And they fall to 5-4 on the season, but they have that 1-0 record in the GNAC, so quality for them in the league in their league play. Check that. Cal State Dominguez Hills 9-3 overall, 4-0 of course in the CCAA, and they get right back to league action in the new year as well. So that'll do it, as we said, for 2014. For my producer, engineer, director Gabriel Lynn, and everybody here at Clan TV, I'm Howard Samura, and I want to wish you all the best during the holidays and safe travels, and we'll see you again, and we'll throw it now to Gabriel Lynn.
Thanks, Howard. We just want to remind you that the women's basketball team will be back in action against the Montana State Billings Yellow Jackets on January 1st, and 2 days later they'll take on the Seattle Pacific Falcons in GNAC play. Both games will start at 7 p.m. and you can catch both of them live in HD on Clan TV. For Steve Frost, Jade Richardson, Howard Samura, and our entire production crew, we want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Gabriel Lynn, and we'll be back with you on New Year's Day with more women's basketball action. Until then, happy holidays, and we'll see you in 2015. Thanks, Howard. We just want to remind you